This old place is full of room. There's furniture everywhere. 6 beds are empty most of the time. Got 3 couches to spare. When you're gone, it's too much house. Even the walls are quiet. Floors creak and echo, but when you all come home, we can't deny it. It's cold in the winter, but we never tire when you come to stay. We crank thermostats and build a fire. It's a family holiday. Front and back stairs, and the 2 of us are always looking for one another. I go up the back ones while he goes down the other. Dogs bark, kids squeal, doors fly open. The kitchen table is covered. Crafts and toys, food and noise, with hugs and kisses we're smothered. It's warm in the summer, but we've got trees. And when you come to stay, we open the windows and feel the breeze. It's a family holiday. Before we know it, you'll pack up and be gone. But when you return, the party lights will come on. It's cold in the winter, but we never tire when you come to stay. We crank thermostats and build a fire. It's a family holiday. It's warm in the summer, but we've got trees. When you come to stay, we open the windows and feel the breeze. It's a family holiday. It's a family holiday. You. I think I had a little spider on my arm. I could feel this little thing, and then I looked down and I saw it like going like this, you know, like a little yo-yo. That's really funny because the last time I played for the Harvest Festival at Kenyon, I had the same thing, and the thing was like I could not get rid of it. So maybe it's the same spider. It's been living in my case. I don't know. Well, thank you. So that was a song pretty much about our house and our family life and our kids coming, and all sorts of fun happens. And then they go home and it's really quiet and we can't wait for them to come back. And I'm a big fan of reading maps and towns with interesting names. This next song is called Yellow Bud, and there's a little town in Ohio by that name. It's south of Columbus on the way to Chillicothe on Route 104. And you go through this little town and you don't really see it because it's off to the side. But I just love the name, and it just, every time I read the name of the town as I would drive by, I would just picture yellow flowers and window boxes and pretty little yellow birds in the trees. And it kind of looks like that, but not as much as my imagination would have led me to believe. So I wrote this little song about it, and it's really about my granddaughter, who we call our Yellow Bud. January came and almost went, and all my time was spent with my little heart's content, with my yellow bud. July and August sing their tune for my yellow bud. September, October, summer, fall, November, December, winter's call, January's best of all for my yellow bud. Yellow flowers in the breeze, yellow birds up in the trees, greater than my love for these is my yellow bud. A tree frog perched upon my chest, a hug that is the very best. By now I bet you've guessed it's my yellow bud. Another year has come and gone, and all the memories linger on, and I still sing this song for my yellow bud. Yellow flowers in the breeze, yellow birds up in the trees, greater than my love for these is my yellow bud. Oh, my yellow bud. Yeah, my yellow bud. Thank you. So, my granddaughter is now 11, and I still sing her that song when she comes to visit. And one of the things about children, and especially grandchildren, but when they're little and they start to talk and they ask you the question of all time, why? And it's why this, why that, why this, why that. And I decided that as we grow older, we still ask why, and sometimes have no answers. So this is my song. It's called Why. I was born in America. I'm lucky to know that I'm free. Life is good most days, like my t-shirt says, but that's no guarantee. I'm grateful for the walls and roof overhead, for the love of my family. But the older I get, the more questions I have. Where's the balance? Who to believe? Why are some born with everything while others struggle because of their skin? Is it chance or fate or circumstance? How did I end up where I am? I worry that the people I see out there are running round with no place to go. I worry that I worry about everything, and all this worry is taking its toll. I can't help all those people out there whose lives are torn up by war. Can I grow enough food before the oceans rise and dump a pile of plastic at my back door? Why are some born with everything while others struggle because of their skin? Is it chance or fate spite of the worry, in spite of the stress, there's a little package deep in my soul. And inside of that there is light and hope, and a tiny hand that I hold. And we walk in wet grass, looking up at the trees, watching birds and planes and things that can fly. We wonder about water and whales and wind, asking questions that all start with why? Why are some mourn with everything while others struggle because of their skin? Is it chance or fate or circumstance? How did I end up where I am? Thank you. Isn't this a great evening? Is this wonderful fun? Thank you to our wonderful porch host, Lucille, and thank you, John, for doing sound out there and all of the food trucks and all of the fun stuff that's happening. One of my favorite things about summer is the little insects that fly around after it gets dark, the little ones that light up, that are usually yellowish or yellowish green, and the fireflies. When you drive out in the country, up and down the hills of Knox County, the most beautiful county in the state of Ohio, you see these things just rise up out of the field like little twinkling lights, and they're just so beautiful, and they're my favorite little creatures. Winding along a dusky road, daylight is fading round the bend. Misty summer evenings in the wheat fields and the corn. Memorize it so it will not end. There's magic in the scene before my eyes. The chorus of cicadas fills the trees. The scent of clover in the air is something I might hold in my hand as it passes on the breeze. And the fireflies rise, drifting toward the darkness with their light, while the wood thrush song fills the skies as the fireflies rise. Like strand on strand of tiny blinking lights, signals flash and so begins the dance. Daylight evaporates slowly while I watch and wonder at this delicate romance. And the fireflies rise, drifting toward the darkness with their light, while the wood thrush song fills the skies Many thanks. Yeah, so I wrote that song driving around the back roads of this wonderful county and watching those little insects. And this song is, I was talking earlier about maps and towns, and, you know, it's all well and good to have a little map on your phone, but when you want to really see what the state or the country or something or other, even the county looks like, you know, it's really nice to have a piece of paper that lays it all out bigger than your phone. So when we were traveling, my husband and I were traveling out west, we were driving through Iowa. And we never saw this town either, but we saw the name of the town on a sign. I forget what road we were on, something going east and west. And the name of the town is What Cheer, which I thought was better than Yellow Bud, really. I mean, Jellaway, we have Jellaway here, you know, and that's kind of like, you would imagine Dr. Seuss might have lived in Jellaway, wouldn't you think? But what cheer? I mean, you know, somebody says, "Where are you from?" And you have to say, "What cheer?" And and if you run it together, it sounds like "what cheer," which doesn't make, you know, nobody understands that. So you have to enunciate. So anyway, we went all the way out west, and then we came all the way back, and we saw that sign a second time. And this is actually a song not about Iowa, where that town is located, but it's more about South Dakota, because. I mean, who writes a song about South Dakota, right? Me. It's called the Old Dakota Road. Rapid City in the rearview mirror. Cruise set to 85. On the edge of the Badlands. All those canyons inspire. No drugs from Wall, no corn palace, tells oasis I'm passing by. Reliance and Winter Beth, Missouri River as I crank out the miles. 2 weeks out and 2 days to go on this old Dakota road. It's not like I've got a plane to catch, I'm just working my way back home. Working my way home. Everybody writes about the mountains and sings about the view. Poor old South Dakota deserves a line or two. Clouds in a ring of purple paw prints, hay bales mile after mile. Someone's rolled up the rug, gonna make a dance floor. Wish I could stop for a while. 2 weeks out and 2 days to go on this old Dakota road. It's not like I've got a plane to catch, I'm just working my way back home. Working my way home. Cheer. 2 weeks out, 2 days to go on this making my way home. Thank you. I'm going to do a little guitar change over here. Okay, it's a much cooler evening this year than last year. Yay! Oh no, I just dropped my pick. It's still a little sticky up here, just so you know. Almost. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work very well, but we'll give it a shot. This is a song. I'm in a songwriters group with Andrew Clarkson Jr., who was up here earlier with Slight Halo, and Rebecca Abbott and Kim Whitecamp and Sally Berger, and we get together and somebody comes up with a prompt and we get together and have dinner and sing our songs for each other and kind of critique them, and then we do it again. And there's Sally, there you are, hi. So this was my prompt, and the word was corner, and it was inspired by, actually, this is kind of weird, it was inspired by the children's sermon at church. And I thought it was just a great, I thought, oh man, that's going to make a cool song. And then when I tried to come up with something, I came up with nothing. So I looked up the word corner and all the ways that you can use the word corner, and with all sorts of prepositions and meanings. And I came across this expression, a corner guy. That's somebody who's in your corner, obviously. And this little song just came out all by itself. I don't know how that happened, but I really have fun with it. If I can play it, it would be great. When I cross the street, you're right there by my side. In the moments when I'm weak, you're my strong corner guy. When I'm not up to the task, a meltdown's on the way. I don't even have to ask. These are the words you say. On the corner, folded corner, when the corner wild, all I run and run in my corner now. Around the corner, take a corner to the corner where you're the one I want in my corner, dear. You're the one I want in my corner right here. When there's no one there to play, you cannot find a pal. Toss those dice away, I'm your strong corner gal. clouds are overhead, the storm starts to brew. In the moments that you dread, these are the words I say to you. On the corner, cut the corner, fold a corner, how? You're the one I want in my corner now. Around the corner, take a corner, to the corner, where? You're the one I want in my corner, dear. You're the one I want in my corner right here. On the corner, cut the corner, fold a corner, how? You're the one I want in my corner now. Around the corner, take a corner, to the corner, where? You're the one I want in my corner, dear. You're the one I want in my corner right here. You're the one I want in my corner right here. You're the one I want. Thank you. There was a really funny post on Facebook the other day about how to fold a contour sheet, which, you know, folding a corner, that came to mind in that song. And the picture was of a person with it all wrapped around his head like a turban. And I thought that was the greatest way to fold a contour sheet I'd ever seen. Good. Days are long and you are weary from your trials and your stress, and the people you see daily leave you wanting more, not less. There is anger and frustration that is growing deep inside. It will lead to confrontation that you can't escape or hide. Take this rock in your fingers, work the anger from your heart, throw it off into the distance, and from your troubles part. When your sorrow is a fountain for the love that's gone away, better days you would be counting if you could only break away. Take this rock in your fingers, work the sadness from your heart, throw it off into the distance, and from your troubles I have one more song to do here, and then I'm going to bring a very special friend up to do a couple songs with me. And then he is going to take over the stage and do some of his really wonderful songs. So this one is a song I wrote many, many, many years ago. That's not where that goes. As good as it's going to get. This is a song about a birthday group that I'm a member of. A bunch of ladies, we started having lunch together, we don't even remember when. Might be 30 or so years ago. Very special friends. They sit around a table, sharing laughter, lunch and tears. They come here every month or so. It's been this way for years. The faces change, but not the look that's shining in their eyes. They're celebrating life and change, and time, it mystifies. The years go round and circle through this lasting group of friends, but no one's counting, and their view of happiness depends on this gathering of friends. Out come the presents brightly wrapped for the one they're toasting today. There's even cake and candles, for it's her birthday. They eagerly await to see who's found the funniest card. They all agree it's the best of ways for another year to start. The years go round and circle through this lasting group of friends, but no one's counting, and their view of happiness depends on this gathering of friends. And when an hour or two has passed, they know it's time to adjourn. They're tentatively making plans for their return. The years go round and circle through this lasting group of friends, but no one's counting, and their view of happiness depends on this gathering, this gathering, this gathering of friends. Thank you. Okay, Joe. So our next guest, when I am finished, who's going to take this final slot for the evening here, is Mr. Joe Herrera, who I just met on Wednesday. Was that just 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I mean, in person we met.
Thanks for having me, Sarah. This is great. What a beautiful night.
So Joe and I we took some songwriting classes on Zoom during the pandemic, and with some Nashville songwriters, one of whom was John Vesner, who just happens to be married to Kathy Mattea. And we did several sessions, and then we came to a time where he said, I think we need to have you people pair up and write some songs together. And so Joe and I paired ourselves up. Mostly I said, I want to work with him. And, I had this song that this idea that I'd been thinking of for a really long time, and I never could get anywhere with it. So and Joe had some ideas, and we emailed, we talked, we did FaceTime, and Joe graciously said, okay, we'll do your idea. And I was like, oh, thank goodness, because it was just burning a hole.
But it was a great idea.
It was burning a hole in my brain, And so the song, if I don't plug it in, it won't work. That works. So the idea of the song came from a book called A Gentleman in Moscow, and I don't know how many of you have read that, but I highly recommend it. I've read it 2 or 3 times. And in there, he talks about war, and he talks about church bells and how they were melted down into cannons and cannonballs. And the line from the book that just grabbed me was, bells into cannons and back again, and so on till the end of time. Such is the fate of iron ore. And I just thought that was cool. So anyway, here's our song. It's called The Fate of Iron Ore. Are you ready? Bells ring bright at sunrise, inviting all to church. The distant rumble of the guns, echoing man's dirty work. They were melted down by sunset. Churchgoers were long gone. The peaceful woods were filled with smoke as the fighting raged on and on. Bells into cannons, such a sorry state. Beauty into instruments of devastating waste. We are all reshaped by the constant call to war. Such is the fate of iron ore. Such is the fate of iron ore. lost in the rain.
Bells into cannons, such a sorry state. Beauty into instruments of devastating waste. We are all reshaped by the constant call to war.
Such is the fate of iron ore. Such is the fate of iron ore.
What if man could turn from death, recast from cannon into bells,
Whose ringing is all that stops your breath. Bells into cannons, such a sorry state. Beauty into instruments of devastating waste. We are all reshaped by the constant call to war. Such is the fate of iron ore. Such is the fate of iron ore. Thank you. So I recorded that song and I sent the tracks to Joe, and Joe added his wonderful stuff to it, and then sent them back, and then it went on my last CD, and
What an honor.
I have been waiting for well, that was in 2020, 21 or so. I don't know. I've been waiting for 4 years to do this together. So thank you. We did our fundraising concert at the Woodward Opera House in March, and I sang this song. It's a song by Bill Staines, and it's called The Roseville Fair. And I would like, again, to dedicate this song to Linda Vining's memory. She and John played this song so beautifully, and they are the ones. That's how I discovered this song, by them doing it. When Linda played her hammered dulcimer, it was just lovely. And there's a thing in there about rocking on the front porch chair, and I thought, well, that's just perfect. Oh, the night was clear, and the stars were shining, and the moon came up, so quiet in the sky, and the people gathered round, and the band was a-tuning. I can hear them now, playing Coming Through the Rye. She was dressed in blue, and she looked so lovely, just a gentle flower of a small town girl. He took her hand, and they stepped to the music with a single smile. Became his world, and they danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember how they fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Now they courted well, and they courted dearly, and they rocked for hours on the front porch chair. And a year went by from the time that he met her, and their hearts entwined at the Roseville Fair. And they danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember how they fell in love at the Roseville Fair.